So it's very nice to be with all of you, and yeah, this has been a different start today, and usually the Zoom has worked really so smoothly and clearly for us, but it just shows how we can get to rely on things, and as always with life, things are a little bit uncertain at times, but it's really lovely to be together in this way this afternoon. And we're thinking about kindness. And so this is really the theme that runs through, and how kindness supports our well-being, mental and emotional well-being. So in a moment I'm going to guide us in a meditation around that, but I just wanted to say a few things that can be supportive as we think about kindness. It's been a key aspect of both Buddhist traditions, yoga traditions, and now in contemporary approaches to mindfulness. The sense of compassion and kindness really always comes out very strongly. So in yoga we talk about ahimsa, or non-violence, which has this expression of kindness, this wish for all beings to be well, for all beings to be peaceful. In the Buddhist tradition there's a practice called the Metta Bhavna. Metta means kindness, friendliness, and Bhavna is to cultivate, to develop. So it's really at the heart of that practice. And some of the psychologists these days also talk about how supportive it is for our mental health and well-being to practice kindness and compassion. One of the ways into that psychologists recommend is to reflect on our common humanity. Yeah, our common humanity. So often we can focus on what is different about us, how we're not the same as others, the particular problems or issues that we have that others don't have. But when we focus on our common humanity, that can really open up a sense of connection that supports kindness. And by common humanity, I mean reflections like we all have hopes and fears. You know, the particulars of that are different. We all have good days and bad days. We all have days when things go smoothly, days that are frustrating. We all have challenges, and we all have things that are delightful in our life. So we can start to kind of contemplate what we have in common, and this can really open up a sense of connection with each other. And including the difficulties of life can really be a way into kindness and compassion. Sometimes in the tough times of our life, we imagine it's just me. It's this kind of illusion of consciousness. Why is it me? Why is this always happening to me? But actually, this is something that we all share as human beings, that we have tough days and difficult times as well as good times. And kindness is something we can really develop. It's not something that's set, it's not something that's stuck, but you can develop it as a practice. You can bring kindness to your yoga postures, the way that you are when you reach the limit of your stretch. You can breathe into that and be really kind with the body, not forcing the body into places it doesn't want to go. And we develop it in meditation, so you can be kind to yourself by, for instance, sometimes placing a hand on the heart. Yeah. This really supports a sense of kindness. You feel the warmth of the hand. And you can also develop it by using phrases like, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful. So let's do a brief practice together. So, yeah, just finding a posture where you can be at ease, also with a sense of alertness, so finding that however you are, a sense of being at ease, also a sense of being alert. And we can begin just hearing the sound of the bell. And noticing how things are for you right now. Perhaps the echoes of the difficulties of logging in, And you just notice that. Maybe the heart is beating more quickly, just echoes around how things are for you. Noticing how things are for you in your life more generally at the moment. So maybe you've already had a tough day, or maybe things have been quite smooth. Maybe there are things on your mind, or maybe you're feeling more peaceful and still. But knowing that we all go through these different times, these different phases, that our emotional life is like the weather, changes, comes and goes. So noticing how things are right now, and as much as feels possible, letting things be. And to support the sense of letting be, allowing the attention to come into the body, down into the belly, and feeling the gentle rhythm of the in-breath and the out-breath. Breathing with whatever's here, the thoughts and feelings, letting things be. Really feeling and sensing the breath in the body as it comes and goes. And from that place of breathing with what's here, you can really bring in this intention of cultivating kindness. So if it feels okay for you, you can place a hand on the heart area, on the chest area, and perhaps really sensing the warmth of your hand and noticing how the attention can just rest there, so those sensations may stand out as the chest moves with the breathing, feeling the hand and the warmth of the hand. And knowing too that this is a gesture of self-care, gesture of being kind to ourselves. And so this isn't a demand that we feel a particular way. Of course we feel all kinds of things in our life, but it's an intention to bring kindness to whatever's here, to meet whatever's here with a warm and open heart. So sensing the hand, feeling the warmth. And then softly, gently, silently offering yourself some good wishes with some phrases. May I be well. May I be peaceful. May I be well. May I be peaceful. Knowing that joys and sorrows come to all of us in a human life. Recognizing that in the midst of this, in the middle of it all, may I be well. May I be peaceful. And then allowing that sense of warmth and kindness to expand, to include all of us doing this beautiful thing this afternoon, this cultivation of kindness, this reflection on mental well-being. And sensing the connection of this virtual community. We may not be able to see each other, but as much as feels possible, sensing that there's a shared interest, a shared love of wanting to live with more kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful. So perhaps being open to the good wishes of others. And then allowing that warmth and kindness to begin to spread out in all directions, to the north, south, east and west, spreading out above and below, in all directions. people in so many different situations at the moment. May they be well. May they be peaceful in the midst of the joys and sorrows of this life. And the sense of warmth can expand further too, to include the animals and the birds and the fish, and perhaps even a sense of the earth itself, held with warmth and care. May all beings be well, and may all beings be peaceful. May all beings live with ease in the midst of the joys and sorrows of this life. May all beings know the freedom of a heart that's at peace. So as we come to the end of the meditation practice, just taking a moment to feel the breath, to pause and be still. So thank you everybody, lovely to be with you, and perhaps just taking time to move the body in any way that feels nice for you, and Roxy will take us from here in the next stage of our afternoon together.